couple years ago, I took a look at the differences between Minneapolis and St. Paul, but I thought it was time for an update. I mean, after all, I've lived here several more years and I've spent a lot more time in both cities. And lately I seem to get asked rather often to distinguish between the two, and even though we're close enough to be one city, the two are definitely very distinct. My name is Mary Schumann. I am a realtor here in the Twin Cities, and I moved here from out of state, and I didn't know a dang thing about Minneapolis, Minnesota, or anything. I would have given my right arm to have had access to videos about the area to help me figure things out. So when I got my real estate license, I decided to start making videos for people that are in the same boat that I was. Minneapolis is the new kid on the block, and it was established in 1867, and St. Paul was here a little bit before that, established in 1854. They are often referred to as the Twin Cities, and while they share many similarities, they also do have distinct differences that may sway someone's preference for living in one or the other. The downtowns are only 7 miles apart, but the differences between them really do come down to vibe, like chill versus not chill. So what are some of the differences between Minneapolis and St. Paul? Well, number one, St. Paul was formerly known as Pig's Eye. Good decision to change that name. Let's just start with that vibe. Minneapolis tends to have a more modern and cosmopolitan feel. It has a vibrant downtown area with skyscrapers and a bustling arts and nightlife scene. St. Paul, as the state capital, has a more historic charm. It's got beautiful architecture, cozy neighborhoods, and a quieter atmosphere. And I'm just going to address the Minneapolis is dead narrative right here and now and just say, far from it. It's not New York, it's not Chicago, but it never has been. But the city is full of people at night for theater, professional sports, concerts, restaurants, whatever. We go downtown all the time and it is busy. Are the office buildings completely full again? Not like they were pre-pandemic, but people are there. All right, number two is cultural offerings. Minneapolis is known for its thriving arts scene, hosting major theaters, galleries, and music venues. There's places like iconic theaters like the Guthrie and music venues like First Avenue. St. Paul, on the other hand, embraces history and heritage with iconic landmarks such as the Cathedral of St. Paul and the beautiful neighborhood surrounding it, and the Minnesota History Center. The venues on that side of the river tend to be a little bit smaller, with the exception of some sports venues like Allianz Field, which is the soccer venue and is always mobbed when they are playing, and the St. Paul River Center, which is a big convention hall, but I think they also host hockey there. Don't hold me to that, and don't tell anybody, but I'm not a hockey person. If you let that out of the bag, I'm gonna get run out of town. All right, number three is dining and cuisine. Both cities offer diverse culinary experiences, but Minneapolis is often recognized for its trendy restaurants, James Beard Award-winning chefs, and food trucks, fusion cuisine, and catering to a more adventurous palate. St. Paul does tend toward classic diners, family-owned eateries, and establishments that celebrate traditional comfort foods. Number four is outdoor recreation. Minneapolis is known for its chain of lakes, extensive parks, and bike-friendly trails, providing ample opportunities for outdoor activities like jogging, biking, and water sports. St. Paul boasts a scenic riverfront and parks, offering a quieter, more serene outdoor experience. All right, number five is community and lifestyle. Minneapolis is known for its diverse and cosmopolitan population. It attracts people from various backgrounds and fosters a bustling city life. St. Paul, with its strong sense of community and neighborhood pride, tends to offer a cozier and more tight-knit atmosphere. And I'm saying that, but these are actually euphemisms for the fact that many people in St. Paul are born there and they never leave, and they want to be buried in St. Paul. I mean, they love St. Paul. I get the sense that Minneapolis tends to be a city that attracts newcomers a little bit more. However, I don't think that this should necessarily be the case, because St. Paul has a lot to offer everyone. It depends on what you like. And I have had people who were convinced that they wanted to live in Minneapolis go and take a look at St. Paul and decide that upon second thought, they like it there more. Number 6 is festivals. St. Paul hosts the Winter Carnival, the St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Irish Fair, Twin Cities Jazz Festival, the Hmong New Year, and Minneapolis is home to the Twin Cities Pride Festival, the Loppet Ski Fest, the Aquatennial Celebration downtown, the Basilica Block Party, and the U.S. Pond Hockey Championships on Lake Nokomis every winter, plus so many more in both cities. Minnesotans just absolutely love festivals. Oh my God. All right, lakes. So St. Paul has 7 measly little lakes, while Minneapolis comes in at 13 glorious and large lakes, earning it one of its nicknames, the City of Lakes. Okay, which one's bigger? St. Paul comes in with a population of 303,000 people, and Minneapolis has 425,000 people. Fortune 500 companies, St. Paul has 4, and Minneapolis is the Big Papa, coming in at 6. But the state of Minnesota is home to 15 Fortune 500 companies. All right, breweries. People like their beer in St. Paul, and there's this big old historic brewery, the Schmidt Brew Company, that's now an arts place, but they do still have 17 breweries, but Minneapolis apparently likes beer more because there are 32 breweries in Minneapolis. And I say, try them all, just not on the same day. All right, number 11, colleges. The Twin Cities are full of well-educated smarties, but more of them are doing their learning over in St. Paul because there are 9 colleges located in the city limits of St. Paul, while there are only 7 colleges in Minneapolis. Although, again, Minneapolis is home to the big dog, or gopher, in the form of the University of Minnesota. The colleges on the St. Paul side of the river tend to be smaller, private colleges like St. Thomas, Macalester College, and St. Catherine's. How many cities do you know of that can boast this many colleges in such a small geographic area? I love living around Smarties. Some other differences of note. Number 1 is housing affordability and age of the homes. St. Paul tends to have slightly more affordable housing, or maybe a little bit more than slightly more affordable housing compared to Minneapolis, with home prices typically being a pretty good chunk lower. Additionally, homes in St. Paul often lean toward older, more historic structures, and they offer a different architectural feel compared to the relatively newer housing options in Minneapolis. We do tend to have a lot of 1940s and 50s homes in Minneapolis. Other consideration would be infrastructure and winter accessibility. Both cities do boast skyway systems in their downtown areas, allowing residents and visitors to navigate the urban core without stepping outside, especially during harsh winter months. This does provide convenience and shelter from extreme weather conditions, and that's a great advantage during winter if you're living and working downtown. The one thing that I just can't stand about it is that it moves all of the businesses to level 2 of these buildings instead of street level. So you actually have to go into the skyway system to use them. The light rail does travel down University Avenue between both cities. All right, number 3 is winter maintenance. And while the skyway system is helpful in navigating winter, one common complaint from me about St. Paul is their snow plowing or lack of it. So prepare yourself for some bumpy driving on the neighborhood streets, not necessarily on the main thoroughfares. And I mean, they look pretty bad compared to Minneapolis, but Minneapolis looks really bad compared to Chicago, where they take snow removal very seriously. So for this, I'm not giving either city a gold star. They both kind of suck at snow removal. And I know this is a big shock. It was to me when we first moved here, because a place that gets this much snow should be way better at this. All right, so if you're trying to choose between Minneapolis and St. Paul, here are a few additional insights. You may want to choose Minneapolis if you prefer a vibrant urban lifestyle with a bustling art scene, trendy dining options, and a more modern cityscape. Minneapolis might be the ideal choice for those seeking a diverse, fast-paced city life with plenty of entertainment options and a more youthful vibe. You could choose St. Paul if you appreciate historic charm, a quieter pace of life, and a stronger sense of community. It might also appeal to people who enjoy a more intimate city feel with neighborhoods that are tight-knit, where cultural heritage is cherished and a slower paced lifestyle is embraced. You should also consider St. Paul if you're looking for more affordable housing options with a touch of historical charm. St. Paul might appeal to those who prefer older homes and more budget-friendly housing. The skyway system can also be a significant advantage to anyone in the downtown core of either city. Consider Minneapolis if you're interested in newer housing options and a somewhat more efficient approach to winter snow removal. Minneapolis may be a better fit for individuals who seek a more modern living environment, and also a great choice if you prefer to have easy access to the lakes, and that's me. I prefer that. Ultimately, the choice between Minneapolis and St. Paul comes down to personal preferences in terms of lifestyle, community, entertainment, and likely which side of the river you're going to be working on. But hopefully this gives you a sense of the difference. I love to talk to people that meet me on YouTube, so please reach out if you have questions. Thanks for watching.